The grooving. Just when it hit me, somebody turned around and mm, 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 mm. Ooh, child, yeah. Ooh, child, yeah. Y'all know what to do when y'all get in here. Drop a light bulb. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Y'all know what it is. What's up? You already know. Someone asked me if I'm straight. No, I am bisexual. Dang, y'all came out the gate asking them questions at the top. Hello, everybody. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Hey, Cindy. I want y'all to know that I am live on both the Talk of Tick and the Tube of You. Yes, I am. Haven said, you got the best of both worlds. Absolutely. Greetings. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Hey, Letitia. Hey, T. Hey, Nicole. Hey, greetings, 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 y'all. We're having ourselves a conversation today. Come on, let's get the likes. Y'all could get me to at least 1,000 likes on TikTok. Y'all can. I have faith. I have faith that y'all can do that. I have faith. Thank you for the light. Thank you for dropping the light bulb. You already know. Woocha. I said, let me come up on here. Oh, y'all already got me here. You didn't say hey to me. I'm leaving. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, so y'all, again, those of you who are watching me who may not know who I am, I'm going to tell you. I am Darcell Andre. I am a holistic and esoteric teacher. Okay? And I am happy to be here to have this conversation with y'all today. As per the title, y'all, today we are going to be talking about relationship magic and manipulation. Dear God. Esoteric, yes. Esoteric, what I mean by that, or rather what is meant by that I am teaching topics from an elevated spiritual perspective. Spiritual perspective. And typically the underlying message is that all your answers are found within, and so we go within to prevent going without. Okay. All right. Let's see. Greetings. So happy to see y'all on here. Let's have the conversation, y'all. So there seems to be some confusion. There seems to be some confusion. I see some of y'all already anticipating on what it is that I mean by this. It's not quite what you think. So I made a video a couple of days ago about relationship magic, okay, and how people do magic on you in the midst of your relationship, but it is not always them having to shake rocks and blow smoke and do candles and everything like that. It's not always that. But what we have to understand is that when we talk about magic, when we talk about what is supernatural, okay, we are talking about things that affect, operate in, and participate as it pertains to spirituality, spiritual means. Okay? This manipulation is of the highest kind. The example that I used, y'all, was partners, husbands, wives, okay? Spouses, boyfriends, girlfriends, partners, okay? Who do wrong. This is the example I used in the video. Who do wrong, okay? Either you find out they talking to somebody, or that they cheating on you, or that they're lying about this or lying about that. Y'all get into it, y'all. Y'all hollering and y'all screaming and y'all going back and forth. And in the midst of that, after you done got all your anger out and you were just crying, they want to smoke you out. Or they want to get you drunk. Or they want to now have sex with you. That's called magic. That is called sorcery and manipulation. Because you see, you yourself don't want to feel the feelings that you're currently feeling. So anything that is going to numb that feeling, you are going to be automatically drawn to, and you're going to want to desire that thing. So that's already on you. You don't want to feel this. They know you don't want to feel this, and they don't want you to feel, because the more you feel, the more you're going to hold them accountable. So what they do is they go into the draw, honey. Get they whatever they get. I can't say it because they're gonna try to ban me or block me. And they want to engage in some herbal situations, because they know that if they could get you high, your mind is gonna shift. Yes. And they know that if they get you drunk, your mind is gonna shift. But see, what you don't understand is that what they're doing here is energy work on you. Alcohol is even called spirits. The original use for those types of herbal situations, the original use of them herbal situations is supposed to be for spiritual connection and spiritual means, not just for recreational use. Oh, not just for you to have fun. Those herbal situations was for you to be open up to higher consciousness. Why would you be open up in the midst of someone that is harmful to you? You are now open up to receive their energy. Okay? And so then what they do to you, in the midst of that, they want to have sex with you. And when they go forth here and have sex with you, you allow them to. Okay? Because right now you just want intimacy, you want to be together, all that stuff, right? And so now, whether or not you are the one that is being penetrated, or they're penetrating you, whatever, they end up in you, you end up in them, whatever it is. When you are in the midst of an intercourse, y'all, that is the closest you can be to somebody. Do you understand that? That is the closest that you can be to somebody. And that is energy. That is an advanced level of energy exchange. And you are allowing the harm doer to be all up in your energy field. Disrupting your sacral center, or your sacral chakra, which is the seat of your emotional energy, and which is also the seat of your inner child. So you have allowed this person within you, you have agreed to partake in this activity. So you have given them permission to disrupt your whole energy field. So this is energetically, you're interrupted. Your energy is interrupted. Inner child acting up. Everything is jacked up. Now, what happens psychologically is that those types of things release dopamine, y'all. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that is released to the pleasure centers of your body. The pleasure centers of your brain. There was a study done as it pertained to dopamine. These people were able, y'all, to trigger the dopamine in their body. And they did it an average of 40 times per minute. They chose the release of dopamine and the stimulation of their pleasure centers in their brain. They chose that over food and water. So now what has happened is that the smoking and the drinking and the sex activities are all stimulating dopamine. All stimulating your pleasure centers. Dopamine just released in your body. In the midst of your high and or drunken state. Okay? And so then what happens is your mind becomes addicted to this experience and this rush. And because y'all are angry, your blood is pumping. You are how do you say it? Your adrenaline's pumping. Okay. You get addicted to this. And by proxy, because this is what happens when you argue and when you have breakdown, you get addicted to arguing and having breakdowns. Yes. So you like to argue now. You like to argue now. Oh, yes, you do. You like arguing. And you think that that's cute. You think that is cute that you like to argue. But now you're developing addiction. And so you are addicted to that cycle because you know when y'all start arguing, when you start going back and forth, what's going to happen is you're either going to get smoked out, get high, you're either going to start drinking, or you're going to go forth and start having sexual activities. And because you're allowing yourself to be with this person, you are also satisfying your self-worth issues. Because you are getting that intimacy. So it's a trick bag. It's a trick bag, y'all. Point blank. So when you allow this person to do this to you, you are being affected physically. You are being affected mentally. You are being affected spiritually. And you are being affected emotionally. You're being manipulated in all of these facets, y'all, when you allow someone to do this to you. For those of y'all that thought we was going to be talking about how y'all is sitting here nailing people's shoes underneath your bed and you're trying to do magic to keep a man or keep a relationship, your head is full of pinto beans and rocks. So please allow me to empty that for you. If you have to do spell work, energy work, prayer work, because prayer work is spell work, to keep a man, woman, or person or partner from cheating on you and leaving you, that is not your spouse. That is not your partner. That is not your man. That is not your woman. That's not your person. If you got to shake rocks, blow smoke, conjure, call up the ancestors in order to get this person to honor you and respect you, that is not your person. Because you see, we want to be with people that want to be with us. At least you should. At least you should. That ain't yours. If you got to, if you got to blow smoke and shake rocks, y'all, to get someone to love you, that's a problem. Now, it is very different if you are doing spiritual work for yourself to bring forth that energy into your life, period. That's something else. If you're doing self-love work on you to bring in love and to attract, there's nothing wrong with that. But once you done got and you trying to keep, you need to cut it. You need to cut it. If you got to tie up and do stuff here to keep someone dedicated to you, you up here wrapping candles together so they don't leave. You end up taking their wallet and leaving little crystals and stuff in their car, and you having to do all that. That's crazy. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Stop it. I don't care what they tell you on here on TikTok. These people don't love you. These people want to take your money by telling you I could bring him back. Okay, you will bring him back, but the question is, will they stay? No, they will not. And sometimes, y'all, the spirit is separating people from out of your life. But you sitting up here trying to do some work to keep this person in your life. The spirit is trying to separate you. So now you done did this work to try to wrap them up, tie them, and bind them to you. And the spirit was trying to remove them from you because they were nuts. Because they were nuts. The spirit was trying to keep them away from you because they were nuts. But you don't went over here to them people that be commenting on the post talking about love from Dr. What those comments be saying, y'all? What those comments be saying? I got my husband back from Dr. Monjambo. Y'all need to go and get a love spell from him. Y'all seen them spam comments. Y'all done went to Dr. Monjambo. And got him to be and now you done got the person to be what is it, tied back to you. And then as soon as they come back, they knock in your head between the kitchen and the living room. They knock in your head between the washer and the dryer, between the toilet and the tub, between the the refrigerator and the cabinet. Wig ain't never gonna be straight again. Now you done got tied up to the man that is knocking you to and fro, from here to there. I just want to say this, y'all, because Dr. Majambo's not going to tell you that. Dr. Majambo is happy because guess what? Now you done did this, and this man, now you're going to have to windmill this man for the rest of your, all my life I had to fight. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my brothers, my cousin. You will be so feared from the color purple having to fight Harpo for the rest of your days. Don't fall into it, y'all. Do not fall into it. The person that is supposed to be with you will be there. The only way that a working is permissible. And I don't care what they tell you on here. I don't. Because the problem is, y'all, is that you are continuing to want someone who doesn't want you. So that is an indication not of a spiritual working you need to do. That is an indication of a mindset change you need to have. That is a mindset change you need to have. By the way, I am live on the Talk app on here, and I'm also live on the YT. So if you're tired of holding your phone and want to put me up on your big screen, you can do that. And if you want to catch the replay, it's going to be on my YT, on my tube of you. You wanting someone that doesn't want you is an indication of what you're operating in the scarcity principle. You thinking that you ain't never going to find another one. So you sitting up here, child, taking their underwear, they drawers to Dr. Monjambo to tie them to you, because you don't think you're going to find somebody that wants to be with you for you. Thank y'all so much. I just want to say this because y'all will get caught up. And also, and I'm not trying to interrupt the people's flow, but you don't need to be watching karmic readings every day. You don't need to be getting readings about what is it that he thinks about me. Why is you worried about what he thinks about you after y'all had done broke up? Come on now. Come on, 7K likes on the Talk app. Why is it that you sitting up here? Oh, you watching from the big screen? Thank you, Be Just Real. Why is you sitting up here getting readings talking about, is he cheated on me? Like, really? Like, that's what I want to know. Is he cheating on me? Like, I feel it, like, in my spirit. Like, I feel it, though. Like, I really feel it. I feel it. Like, I feel it. Like, I see all the signs. Like, I saw him, like, sneaking out with another one, but I wasn't sure. So, like, was he really? I don't know. Like, I know he is, but, like, I don't know, you know? Okay, listen. You have an issue with self-trust, boo, that you have to address. You have an issue with self-trust that you have to address. You done spent $5,000 getting love readings. Is he gonna come back? You must think about that one again. Speaking of lies and manipulator. Speaking of lies and manipulator, somebody said, I'm happy I seen your live. Def got doppelganger scammer in my inbox. I'm never going to inbox you. I'm not. I'm not going to inbox you for a reading. I'm not going to inbox you for any of that, period. Never going to inbox you for a reading. Never. You have to book me for it. Please don't fall into the tricks. You got Dr. Majambo sitting up here telling you got a curse on you. Please. Please. That's not me. If you book a reading with me, you will be on here looking at me talk to you in real time. So, y'all sitting here praying that the man come back. Y'all praying for the person to come back. Please, please, please come back. No. No. You gotta understand, y'all, what is showing up here. This is a universal principle. Listen now. What is showing up outside of you is a reflection of what's going on inside of you. This is the universal law of correspondence. Your internal environment reflects to your external environment, y'all. Furthermore, the universal law of vibration states that everything has energy and everything is moving. But a part of the universal law of vibration is the law of resonance, meaning that whatever you are resonating, wherever you're vibrating at, whatever frequency you're operating at, you're only gonna attract people, things, circumstances, and situations that are resonating at that same frequency, period. I'm loving this statistic on my big screen. Listen, some of y'all are watching me on YT, so y'all are on the tube of you, and y'all have me on your big screens in the living room. I like to say, hey, come on, living room. Oh, y'all better make sure y'all dust. Okay? Whatever you're vibrating at, honey, you're only going to resonate with the people, the circumstances, things that are vibrating on that same frequency, period. Okay? That's it. That's it. So the question is, why is it that I keep calling in people who do not follow through with what they say? Why do I keep attracting people who are not keeping their word? Why am I doing that? Why am I doing that? That's the question. That's what you need to be going to prayer about. That's what you need to be getting readings on. That's what you need to be talking to the ancestors about. It is that. That's what you need to be doing the spell work for, to open up your third eye and your crown chakra so you could get clarity. That's what you need to do. That's what you got to do. That's what you need to be going to Dr. Majambo about if you're going to go. And the reality is, you get what you get because you do those things to yourself. That's one possibility. The question is, do you follow through with what it is you have told yourself you're going to do? That's a lot of our problems. We do it to ourselves, and that's why it's showing up. Do you follow through with the things that you say you're going to do? You've been telling yourself every single day you're going to get up and exercise, and you lie to yourself every day. You've been telling yourself for the past 3 years you're going to start your business, and you lie to yourself every year. You know what it is you should be doing, and you do not do what it is that you know you should be doing. You do it to you. That's one. And two, perhaps this is not the season, honey, for you to be in a relationship. That's a possibility. Perhaps, just perhaps this is not the time. This is not the season. Sometimes it's not the season. Everything has a time and a season. Sometimes the spirit is not allowing people to come into your life because they know that you have a habit of people pleasing. So your life will become about his, hers, or their life. And you will focus more on them than you will on you. And this is the you season. Perhaps. No problem, Shalon. Perhaps sometimes that's what's happening. But instead, you want to jump over to, I ain't never gonna find nobody. Look like they running out. Ooh, the worst people I know in a relationship. Da 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 da. Yeah, and the worst people are attracting the worst people. So that's why they're perfect for each other. Hear me when I say this. Some of us have issues over giving, over committing, and over excusing, meaning we have low self-worth. Worth means what I expect to get from somebody else. When you say all I ask for, you already wrong. If you go about relationships saying all I ask, you're going forth wanting the bare minimum, meaning that you have already put forth into the universe that you are less than, and therefore you accept less, and you just want to, you would just take a piece of a man, or a piece of a woman, or a piece of a person. You just want a piece. Can I just have a piece? The mind is not right. There's something wrong in the mind that we got to get right. There's a perspective that we must adjust. There's an energy in our energy field that we must adjust. We have to adjust that. We got to adjust it, y'all. You should not be doing this to yourself. And you go forth here manipulating, because this is also a form of manipulation. Let me go ahead and bust y'all head open with this. You ready? Some of us stay in bad relationships, and we endure and endure and endure because by way of how much we have suffered, you think that they would have to choose you. Look at what all I've been through. Look what all I've dealt with. Look what all you've done to me. You have to choose me. So some of you stay to manipulate. Look at what all I've been through. So then they would be forced to choose you. They would be forced to choose you. I've done it. I've done it. That's why I can tell you about it. I've done it. You sat here and now you're like, now, okay. Because you really don't think for whatever reason you're going to get another one like this. You don't think because you have given into the scarcity principle, which is the thought that there's never enough. People are always running. Listen, it's going to run out. Things are running out. I'm running out of this. I ain't going to have it. Can't miss what's for you. But we be enduring and enduring and enduring on the low so that you could throw it back up at them and they would have to apologize to you and have to admit that they were wrong. So you can get that approval that you've been waiting and wanting. That's manipulation too, because I'm going to tell you what. After a while, they are not the problem. It is you. It is you. If you have a fence and it says the dog, do not touch the fence because there's a dog back here. Some of these people you've met have red flags and stop signs and red lights all over their entire existence. From the first conversation, y'all, From the first conversation, they told you, man, I'm a little crazy. Like, I don't think you can handle this. From the first conversation, they told you, I got trust issues, you know. They told your ass this the first conversation. Man, I don't really open myself up like that. You know, I don't, you know, I don't really trust like that. I got trust issues. I've been through a lot. And you go, oh my God, this is a project. Let me work on you. Let me help. I can help. I can help you. You're wrong. Because you took on a client, not a lover. You took on a patient, not a partner. Oh. Oh, ooh, Lord. Ooh. Woo. You took on a patient, not a partner. Let's be clear. You got a client, boo. You got a client. You went and got a client. Thank y'all. You went and got a client. So because you took on a patient, because you got a client, you are now providing services for this person for free because they didn't even ask you to heal them. They didn't ask you. They didn't ask you. You the one told them that you'll be there, be with them through whatever. You did. They didn't ask you to tell them that. So you, right then, made a promise that you could not keep. Right then, you made a promise that you could not keep. I'll be with you through whatever. Use a lie, because when the whatever was manipulation, abuse, cheating, scandals, when it was all of that. But see, you made that. So the reason why I'm bringing that up to you, it's not about blaming you. It's to show you that you are not a victim, or that you do not have to be that. You must understand how you let things get out of control. Because if you can take ownership of what has happened, you can do something about it. The ancestors say, don't look where you fail, look where you slipped. The ancestors say, don't look where you fail. You must look where you slipped. Just remind y'all, I'm live on the TikTok and I'm live on the Tube of You. Okay, if you want to watch me on your TV, honey, go over to the YT and hit that subscribe. Y'all better subscribe, okay? Don't look at where you fell, look at where you slipped. Because if you look at where you slipped, you'd be like, now how did that get there? Oh, I got to move that out the way so I don't fall again. You see, there was, when I was in school, I used to hate in math when I used to have to do the problems, and I would write the answer down, and I didn't write my work or show my work. And the teacher said, you must show your work. I said, is this the answer? And she said, yes. I said, so she said, but you must show your work. I said, okay, whatever. Took another test, honey. Didn't write down the work. I just wrote the answer. She said, didn't I tell you you have to show your work? I said, is this the right answer? She said, yes, it is. I said, okay. Third time. Took a test, didn't show your work. Darcell, I told you that you must show your work. Pay attention, y'all. I told you, you must show your work. I said, is this the right answer? She said, no. And I said, how? How is this not the right answer? Tell me something's in my beard, child. Oh, shine. How is this not the right answer? She said, you would know if you showed your work. Did y'all get that lesson? Did y'all peep that lesson? She said you would know if you showed your work. So that is the purpose of taking ownership and accountability. You're going to have to, in order to correct the end result, you have to look. You have to look at the way of things started. You have to go back and trace your steps. You do. You do. You cannot judge a thing simply by the end result. You have to look at how that thing got there. You must show your work. So you can go back and see, dang, I wrote a 5 instead of 6, and it would calculate the whole thing. But if you're not aware and you just moving through life, honey, and not paying attention, I would sit up here and do the whole problem all over again. Now I got to do the whole problem all over again to see where I went wrong when I could have just traced the work back. I put a 5 instead of a 6. I see. Don't look at where you fail. Look at where you slip. And that means accountability. I had to own the fact that I miscalculated. Woo! I had to own it. I say, now listen, y'all, I thought it was this. I thought it was this, y'all, but my calculations were off. My preaching today. Own it. Own it. My calculations was off, y'all. I thought I had it down. My calculate, you got to own that thing, because let me tell you something, just like a house, you can only do so much with it if you're renting. But when you own a thing, baby, listen, when you're renting, you can't paint. You can put your furniture in. You got to make sure you don't drill no holes in the wall. You got to just deal with it as it is. And somebody else is in control of your living. But when you own a thing, y'all, when you own a thing, you could repaint, you could change the carpet, you can put some wood floors in there, you could knock down the walls, you can put a pool in the back, or hell, you could sell it and get rid of the thing altogether. When you own it. So let's not look at ownership as blame. Let's not look at it as blame, y'all. It's not about blame. It's not about it's my fault and it's your fault. It's nothing about that. It is about power. Give me my power back. Give me my power back. The problem is you are still renting your traumas. You're still renting it. How do I know? We taught this lesson before. The lesson was, what the axe forgets, the tree remembers. But the tree does not wait for the axe to come back and heal it. the tree starts healing immediately. You are renting your traumas because you're still waiting for the person to apologize. Renting means that you need permission to change. Renting means you need permission to upgrade. Renting means that I got to get your permission before I proceed. That's renting. But ownership, I ain't got to ask nobody for nothing. Ownership. I don't need you to sign off. I don't need you to agree. I don't need you to disagree. Ownership. I own it. I own everything that I did and didn't do. I own it. Matter of fact, oh, I didn't cheat. You cheated. Well, I own that too. Just give it. Give it to me, because if I own it, I can do something with it. If I don't own it, I'm waiting for you, and I can't wait on you. Let me tell you something. Speaking on that, I said this before. You can't wait on somebody else, y'all. You can't wait on somebody else to get it right. You cannot. I'm going to tell you right now, there's people that be 97 years old, be on the deathbed, and still wrong. People be 90 years old on their deathbed and still wrong. Die, cross over in the spirit, and be wrong in the afterlife. This is the truth. No lies are being told here. Those who are mediums know that. There be people who cross over in the spirit realm, know the truth, and still be wrong. How do I know that there are people who will die and not change? Because that's why we got ghosts, y'all. That's why we got ghosts. We got ghosts because people will stay stuck and choose to, contrary to popular Christian belief. You don't die and go to heaven or hell. When you transition, you have choices in the spirit. There's dimensions and all types of stuff going on over there. And can you imagine that there are people who will stay stuck to their home? There are people who will stay stuck to their house. Motherfucker here from 1612 still sweeping. It is 2022. You still in here sweeping? You bitch. You in here sweeping? It's been 400 years, Agnes. Agnes. Get your Get you. And people got to come in and release you. Be free, Agnes. Get out of this house. People got to blow smoke up in here. Conjure up their ancestors to kick you out of here. Agnes. Get you. Agnes over here sweeping in the corner. They like, there's a lady who I seen walk in the house at night. Agnes, you died in 1612. Get yours. Don't be Agnes. Do not be Agnes, please. Please don't be Agnes. Please. And then the ghosts being there having tantrums, closing doors. Motherfucker. I wish they could materialize in the flesh. Can you imagine? You've seen the videos where the ghosts be in the kitchen, knocking the cabinets down and opening the cabinets and pushing things. If they materialize in the flesh, you'll be like, now sit your big grown ass there. You are having a tantrum. Sit your you are in here rattling dishes and throwing things. This is outrageous. I'm like, Agnes, please. Pushing people, people like running by scratching people. Agnes, you 446 years old, Agnes. I'm telling y'all, don't wait for people to get it right. Somebody told me one time they had a ghost in their house. That their house, it was like a post office type thing or whatever, way back in the 1800s, and they've seen ghosts in there looking like they stamping letters. It's been 300, 200 years and you still at work? Sarah and Johannesburg, get your ass. Girl, they 200-300 years old, girl, still at work. Get out of here. Give it up, girl. They're not paying you anymore. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. That's what I'm saying, y'all. They still at work. Working overtime. Girl, the shift ended 300 years ago. 300 years ago, the shift ended. It's done. It is complete. It is done. It is done. It is finished. I'm trying to tell y'all, please do not wait. Thank y'all for the light bulbs. Please do not wait for a mother to get it right. Because guess what? You will be waiting. You will be waiting. You will be waiting. Forever and ever. I'm looking at Agnes. How did you get here? No, nobody's supposed to be here. You died over 300 years ago. No. Get your ass out of here. So please, y'all, get out of here. Okay. So, hi, Jax. So, y'all, that being said, I also want to tap over here because I like to give resources. There is a book, y'all, called 30 Covert Emotional Manipulation Tactics. And we're going to talk about them so y'all can start looking for the signs. Because if you can't see the signs in them, I want you to be able to see the signs in you. Can I help y'all out this evening? Can I help you out? I'm going to help you out because I want you to see the signs. If you can't see the signs in them, I want you to see the signs in you. You can't see the signs. I'm going to help you right on time. See the signs in you. Here we go. Here are 19 signs that you are being manipulated. "19 signs you're being manipulated." If you are in a relationship, y'all, and notice any of these following signs, 9.5 times out of 10, you're being manipulated. Your joy at finding love has turned into a fear of losing it. Woo! I said your joy at finding love has turned into a fear of losing it. So if you are in the midst of this relationship and you are more concerned about you losing the relationship because you would have to be on eggshell, you're more worried about losing it than you are happy about finding it. Your feelings have gone from happiness and euphoria to anxiety and sadness and desperation. You are probably being emotionally manipulated. Are we ready for number 2? Thank you, Jax, for putting it in the comments. Are we ready for number 2? Let me remind y'all what number 1 was. Your joy at finding love has turned into a fear of losing it. Your feelings have gone from happiness and euphoria to anxiety, sadness, and even desperation. Here's number 2. Your mood depends entirely on the state of the relationship. I say it again. Your mood depends entirely on the state of the relationship. And you are experiencing extreme highs and extreme lows. Look at how Please says, when I'm happy, he upset. And when I'm upset, he happy. You experience extreme highs and extreme lows. Hear me now. You see, because one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to give you some knowledge. I'm going to give you the wisdom. Then we're going to holler and scream and cackle and roll. And then we're going to get back to the knowledge. Oh, Shalon127 said, yep, that grin when you snap off on them. Yeah, when you go off, they smile. They like that about you. They think that's cute when you're mad. Here we go to number 3. Oh, wait. Somebody said, And the highs are short-lived, but the lows transfer over. The highs are short-lived, but the lows transfer over. My YouTube is my name, Darcell Andre. That's my YT. Darcell Andre. I'm Darcell Andre everywhere. Here we go. Number 3. You are unhappy in the relationship and uncertain about it most of the time. You are unhappy in the relationship and uncertain about it much of the time. You are uncertain about your relationship most of the time. Child, you don't want to lose it. You dread losing it. Because, here we go, because you feel happiness every now and again. Every once in a while, you're like, well, you know, the good days are good, but the bad days are bad. You experience blissful happiness every now and then. Every once in a while. You know, we be good, like, you know, but then nope. You are uncertain about the relationship most of the time. Every day you just like, we're gonna see what it's gonna be. What? We had 25K likes on the Talk of Tick, 37 watchers on the YT. If y'all want to put me on the screen in your house, honey, you need to go to the YT and hit that subscribe button. Click that bell notification. You happy 2 days out the week, right, cutie pie. You happy 2 days out the week. Y'all got 2 good days out the week. That's a problem. Here we go. You feel this what we on. We on number 4. You feel like you are responsible for ruining the best thing that has ever happened to you. And you don't know how. I'll say it again. You feel like you are responsible for ruining the best thing that has ever happened to you. And you don't know how. This is the inner turmoil. You like, I am ruining the best thing that has ever happened to me, but I don't really know how I'm doing that, but that's what it feels like. And you don't know how. That's because it's not your fault. You're like, I feel like I'm messing this up, but I don't know how I'm doing it. Here we go. We're at number 5. When trying to explain your relationship, you say it's hard to explain and it's complicated. You can't even explain your relationship. You can't even explain your relationship. You just say it's hard to explain, it's complicated. Felix said, then you don't have a relationship. Somebody said that means, Corrine Spencer said that means you're not supposed to be there because it's not right and you just attached. Absolutely. You can't even explain your relationship. You don't even know. People trying to understand. They like, so y'all what? So is y'all together or not? And you don't know? Lord. Feel like the relationship so complex, y'all. It should not be that. It should not be that hard. Here we go. Let's look at number 6. You overanalyze the relationship, desperately trying to figure it out. Overanalyzing the relationship, desperately trying to figure it out. You like, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, like, but like, we're together, like, because like, he's always like but he's not always with me because then but she, and now you're going through every single interaction you had. Now you watching the person like a hawk because you got to overanalyze every little detail, trying to figure it out. Boom. She said you overanalyze trying to figure out how you're messing it up when it ain't you. Absolutely. That's why you're trying to figure it out. Sheila said confusion is a huge red flag. Absolutely, Sheila. Yes, it is. Felix says that sounds more like an attachment than a relationship. Oh, ooh, Lord. Mm-hmm. Let's continue. 7. You never feel sure of where you stand with your partner. Which leaves you in a perpetual state of uncertainty and anxiety. You are never sure where you stand with your partner. And that keeps you filled with anxiety and uncertainty, y'all. Kareem said, because you're the only one standing there in it. Girl. Let's continue. Now, this the one. Y'all know this one. Y'all know this one well. You frequently ask your partner if something is wrong, but they never tell you. Y'all know that one. Is there something wrong? Is there something that's wrong? Nah, everything's good. It's all good. I'm good. Are you sure something wrong? And they give you the silent treatment. Yang said that's the one right there. What's wrong? Like, what can I do to fix it? And I said, it's all good, you know. You keep asking them what's wrong because you know you feel that there's something that's wrong. You know that something is wrong. And you got to keep asking them, keep on asking them if something is wrong, and they never tell you. Never tell you. So I ain't even got through the full list yet, and I know y'all done seen yourself already. If that is you currently, get out. Here we go. Number 9. You feel misunderstood and the need to explain and defend yourself. You always ready to defend yourself. You feel like everything you say, you have to tell the whole reason why you're doing it, you know, so they don't think that you're doing something else. You got to defend yourself. You got to frequently explain yourself, over explain yourself, and you start doing it yourself. They ain't even ask you to explain. It's you. You feel the need to reassure them. You're the one that needs to be reassured. I identify with all this. I have dealt with this before. Let's continue. 10. Look at y'all, and vice versa, period. Your partner continues to point out that you're jealous, insecure, and overreacting. Ooh. Man, you so insecure. You so jealous. You stay overreacting. They're projecting. Right, Shalon? We're talking about the 19 signs of emotional manipulation, y'all, for those just tuning in. Meaning that that's what they are, and they are putting it on you. That's what that means by projecting. And it's gaslighting. Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. Gaslighting is when they make you seem like you crazy. I'm overreacting. You talking to all these people, but I'm overreacting. Gaslighting. Gaslighting. Making you seem like you crazy. Or you doing too much, man. See, that's why I don't even, you doing too much. You do too much all the time. Here we go. What are we on, 11? You feel ongoing anger and resentment for your partner. You just stay mad at them. And you can't quite put your finger to it. You resent them. ongoing anger and resentment. Sheila says gaslighters seek to gain power and control over their other partner by distorting reality and forcing them to question their own judgment and intuition. Yes, Sheila. You feel ongoing anger and resentment for your partner. Let's continue, y'all. 12. You have become a detective. Dun 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 dun. Da 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 da. Somebody said Nancy drew up in this hole. Da 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 da. Okay. Sherlock Holmes, Pink Panther. Da 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 da. Honey, you looking for his honey, you Googling, seeing if his name pop up, her name pop up anywhere. You searching their Facebook accounts. You searching all their social media. You going to Twitter, typing in their name different ways to see if somebody type. Yeah, his name Roderick. But let's see, did he put it a CK or did he put it as a Q? I'm gonna try both. He probably put two I's. Y'all, it's the backspace. Girl, 40 words per minute. Let's continue here. Girl, you checking their text. You in their phone. You trying to get their password. They sleep. You putting a face detection up to them while they sleep to get in their phone. Creating fake pages trying to message him. Oh my God, like, you look so good today. I love them red shoes. He's like, how you know I got red shoes? I ain't worn them out yet. Girl, you exposing yourself. Look, Tracy said, asking that person that know everyone in the city. Because now he said he was going over there, but is he really going over there? Is she really over there? Because that's what she said. I know that's what, but she really over there. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Somebody said guessing passwords, hacking into accounts. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Ooh, child. Here we go. 13. You feel that you don't truly know how to make them happy. You feel that you don't truly know how to make them happy. You feel that you try, but nothing seemed to work. You feel like you used to make them happy, but now something has changed. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to 14. Expressing negative thoughts and emotions feels forbidden. Expressing negative thoughts and emotions feel forbidden. So you keep them to yourself, y'all. Because every time you try, they act like you bothering them, or you messing up the vibe, or you always got a problem. It feels forbidden. It feels like you can't do that. Or everything be good until you say something. Come on, Tracy. Or you so negative. I don't be wanting to come home to all of that. That's why I don't be here. Because you stay being negative. You're so emotional. You always got something wrong. That's why, see, I don't even be over here. Look, Sheila said, inability to express raw and real emotions in your relationship, red flag. Absolutely. Can't never do nothing right. See? Listen, they say, Trey said you negative, but they the ones always complaining. Absolutely. Here we go. $15. Some of y'all done got all 15 of this. You need to leave them today. Leave that person today. 15. You don't feel as good about yourself as you did before the relationship. You felt better before you got with them. You feel less confident, child. You feel less secure, less intelligent, less sane, less trust, and just less. Ross, dress for less. Ross, dress for less. Girl, you feel less attractive, girl, just less. Less. With a capital LESS. Ross, dress for less. If you feel like you are at Ross in your relationship dressing for less, Shalon said, look, you don't trust your own decisions and you become paranoid. Absolutely. Ross, dress for, pay less. Pay less. Listen, you be sitting up here wanting, girl, you come out there giving simply fashions. Yeah. Ooh. Simply fashions. 5 and below. Dee Dee's discount. City Trends. Melrose. When you used to be, girl, Louboutin. When you used to feel, girl, like Gucci, Balmain, girl, you used to feel excellent. Now you feel 5 and below. Family Dollar. Goodwill. Salvation Army. Lost and Found. You feel less. You like, now before I got with this person, I felt great. And now I feel $5 foot long. $5 foot long. $5 foot long. You like, girl, I used to be a steak and lobster and shrimp, but now I'm $5 $5 foot long. Five $5 foot. You was and now you're 5. Listen, now you a chicken tender, right, Cleona? Listen. Dear God. 5. Girl, you was Papa Do's, honey. Now you're Wendy's. 5. 4 for 4. Seventh. What numbers we on? What number we on, y'all? 16. Here we go. You always feel that you are falling short of your partner's expectations. God dog. God dog. God dog. God dog. Got 5. You said what? You always feel like you are falling short of your partner's expectations. Good God Almighty, y'all. Good God Almighty. Feeling adequate. You up here trying to measure yourself up to the people that used to date, because they always say that. I used to have these problems. Here's the next one. Oh, God. Ooh. They do wrong and you end up apologizing. Bye. They do wrong and you end up apologizing. Bye. Can I come back, y'all? Y'all, can I come back? I said they do wrong and you end up apologizing. I just want to keep the peace, you know. You continually try to repair damage you believe you done did, which you know you didn't. Then that caused you to blame yourself for your partner pulling away from you. And now you're like, why do I keep messing up? I keep sabotaging. Dear God. You want to be the peacemaker. You like, I get it though. Like, I was wrong. Me. I was wrong. How you end up apologizing because they mad? Because you end up apologizing. Now they don't. You've been hoodwinked. Flim flam, wang dang doodle, wop bam blue bop. Put in a trick bag. Okie doke. Turned around, set aside, led astray. Flim flam, Tom and Jerry. Scooby Doo. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, swindled. Given the old switcheroo. Alley-ooped. Duped. Run amok. Shiana, you have been run amok. Backdoored. Not backdoored. Bamboozled. Mollywopped. The old bait and switch. Finagled. Hornswoggled. You have been hornswoggled. Listen. You have been hornswoggled. What bambaloo bob? You have been what? You sold wolf tickets. Jack, not sold wolf tickets. You have been sold a wolf ticket. Clothesline. I can laugh at it, y'all, because that was me. That's why I'm hollering. Hornswoggle. Jax, I'm mad at sold wolf tickets. Listen, I can laugh because I'm free from it. I've dealt with that already. Okay, let's continue. Not clothesline. Let's continue. This is the one. Here we go. Child. You walk on eggshells so that you don't make your partner upset. You walk around on eggshells so you don't make your partner upset. So that means you carefully choose your words, your actions, your emotions. You speak, because you don't want to make them mad. Because you don't want them to withdraw their affection from you again. You don't want them to withdraw their affections. And they still do it anyhow. Exactly, Shalane, you reduce yourself. Look at Buki said, not Buki. Why your name had to be Buki? That is the blackest family nickname I have ever heard. And I'm here for it. Baby, you want some juice? You want you want a burger? Oh yes, you carefully. You're very cautious by what you say because you don't want them to get upset and then they withdraw their love from you again. They withdraw their affection. They give you the silent treatment. And some of y'all in these comments need to stop acting like you ain't been the person doing this. I felt that in my spirit to let you know. I felt that in my spirit to let you know. Some of y'all have done it. Don't just raise your hands and say, don't just raise your hand and say, it's been done to me. Raise your hand and say, you have done this. Own your stuff. That's how you can heal from it. Own your stuff. Felix said, oh God. CJ's a drag me, yes. CJ been sitting here like, it's a shame that they done did that. It's a shame they did that, dog. Now you know you did it. Here we go. Let's move on here. Boogie said a whole marriage. I'm hollering. Dear God. Here we go. What number we on now? Woo! You push your limits and boundaries to keep the relationship intact. You push your limits and boundaries to keep the relationship intact. Hey, seeing healer. So you do things you are not comfortable with, things that go against your values. You push your limits. It goes against your limits and your boundaries in order to make your partner happy and keep the relationship intact. Entertain things you know you wouldn't normally. After all of these things, y'all, you should have your answer. And I want you to know, emotional manipulation is emotional abuse. I repeat, emotional manipulation is emotional abuse. Being in an abusive relationship don't just have to be physical. It can be spiritual, emotional, psychological. A person who controls your feelings and your behaviors, y'all, with manipulation does not respect or value you. Or do they care about you? Because if they cared about you, they would care about your well-being. Cared about you. They have care for you. They are not treating you well. Financial abuse too. Go off, seeing healer. Thank you. Yes. No respect for you. Now, y'all, the question then becomes, after you done heard all of this, what is you gonna do? Because like I said, your defense has a dog in it, in the yard. And you stick your hand through there and the dog bites you the first time. I can see how I got you. But if you keep sticking your hand in that fence, you cannot be mad at the dog for being a dog. You become a willing participant. You wanted to get your hand bit off at this point. Because soon after a while, I'm using my good old country. After a while, hey Queen Paul, after a while, you become the problem. They are not the problem. You become the problem. But you ready for this? Can I bless y'all? Let me bless y'all here. If you are the problem and you take ownership of that, then you can be the solution. If you are the problem, then you can also be the solution. That's the beauty of ownership, baby. That's the beauty of ownership. When you own a thing, you ain't got to wait till the landlord come and fix it. You can fix it. Boom, Jax. Yes. Be the solution. When you realize that, wait a minute, this is a dog. If this is a dog, why does my hand keep leaning in? Why do I keep putting my hand through the fence? You keep putting your hand through the fence, getting bit by the dog, and you want the dog put down. That doesn't work that way, Sway. And now you shaking rocks. Hey, ho. Now you're doing all types of conjure to hold on to them. Oh, y'all not going to be ready for this. You doing all types of conjure and spell work to keep them. And your work is unjustified because you are the problem. You getting all this working done and it come back and blow up in your face times 10 because it's you. That is the problem. I'd have knocked the wig off the chair. The chair wig has fallen off. You keep getting readings, asking people to tap into their energy. And it backfires on you every time. Because you were the problem. This is my chair's wig. She got a jazzy wig. It's jazzy. Y'all shaking rocks, blowing smoke, tying people up with you are wearing the lemons out. This the Tina wig. Left on the ground down in the city. Working for the man every night and day. That's how Tina said. I'm your private dancer. Dance for money. Do what you want me to do. I'm your private dancer. Get that man out the freezer. You done put the man in the freezer, tied up, got the kids' yarn wrapped all around him with his toenails in the freezer, in his drawers, in the jar. And like, why won't he change? Like, we must get it together. Get it together. Get that man out. Get that man out the freezer. Agnes. Agnes. Get that man out the freezer. Agnes, you get that man out the freezer. Agnes, back at it again. I'm gonna drop one more word on y'all since we talking about Agnes. For those of y'all that missed it, Agnes is representative of ghosts that be haunting spaces 300 something years after they done died. And I was bringing that up earlier as a reason as to why you should not wait for somebody to get it together, because they will not. Because ghosts be haunting spaces 300, 400 years and ain't moved on yet. So my question is, are you haunting dead situations? Are you haunting and hanging out and hanging around dead relationships? Are you Agnes? Are you Agnes? Are you Agnes? Are you Agnes? Because I'm telling you, honey, I am a holistic and esoteric teacher. So if you didn't think I was going to bring the joke back around for a lesson, think again. Are you Agnes? Are you Agnes? You may be Agnes. Agnes, are you okay? Are you okay, Agnes? Agnes, are you okay? When you said that, you was okay. Are you Agnes? Some of y'all need to tell y'all homegirls, can you stop being Agnes? Some of y'all need to tell y'all homeboys, can you stop being Agnes? Please. Agnes, girl. The situation is dead. And you are haunting the hallways of old spaces you no longer live. You are haunting spaces and time periods that you no longer live. Agnes, are you okay? Are you okay, Agnes? Let me open up the box. If anybody want to come up here. Are you Agnes? Laid awake at night. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. But that's all right. Are you Agnes? This is what we're going to do, y'all. Matter of fact, I'm not going to open up the box on the talk of Tig. I'm going to open up the box on the YT so I can bring y'all up on the screen. So click off of here and go to the YT. And I'm going to drop the link on YT so that you could come up here on the screen. Please have your bonnets and or wigs on, secured. Please have your clothes on, because I will see you in the box. Go over to the YT. The YT is Darcell Andre. Men, please have your Beijing on tight. Let's make sure the line is sharp for the Beijing. Make sure your just for men is just for mening. Make sure your just for men is for men and not for boys. You want it to be tight. Go over to YT, to the tube of you, to the YouTube. Get over there. I'm finna drop the link in the chat. You see, because on TikTok, you need 1,000 followers to jump on. But on the tube of you don't. All right? Get over there and hit subscribe, because I'm finna jump over there in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Peace. Tick of talk. Much love to you. Bye. All right, YT, we're here. We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're going. Give me a high five. Yeah. Y'all in here? Y'all in here? Are y'all in here? Y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Jax. Hey, Nicole. If when you get in here, put some light bulbs in the comments. Hey, I'm finna drop the link. Finna drop the link. I'm gonna see if I can get to 50. There's gonna be 50 people. Drop the light bulbs, y'all. Agnes came back, baby. We just want to talk. Agnes, come back, baby. Agnes, come back, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. If you don't know what the live was about, please don't hop on here because I'm not trying to explain it. Yeah. Here we go. I just put the link in the chat. Thank you for the lights. Yes. Only come up here if you know what the show was about. If you was not watching on the TikTok or the YT, rewind it. Rewind it. Yeah, yeah. And you must have your camera on. Rewind it. I dropped the links. Let me put it in here again. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me add. I got Shelly up here. Hold on, let me add Shelly. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Shelly.
Hello.
Let me add. How you doing? Up here. Hold on, let me add Shelly. Oh yeah, you mute me over there. How you doing, Shelly? Oh,
I'm
you
doing
back?
real good. I'm back.
Okay. Good. So Shelly, you was watching the live, Shelly. What you got?
Okay, so I've been Agnes.
You've been at Shelly.
I was Agnes. And
Get out of here, Agnes.
okay,
Loose.
and I held on for a very long time. It took a very long time to let go.
Mm-hmm.
And I held on so long that I drove it away. And so now I done come back to the realization now, like, the relationship didn't die. It's still there. And so now I'm working on getting back to where it was strong, back to before I became Agnes, before
Wow.
that trauma and stuff happened. So it's like it was real touching watching everything and listening to everything.
Yeah.
Because it was like I was listening about me the whole time.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that
So
was my
help me
journey.
understand. You said now you're trying to get back to where it was strong. Help me understand that.
Okay, so basically we had our relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and after a while I went through those different all 19 of those statements, all 18 that we went
You was like,
through. And I drove myself crazy. I literally drove myself crazy. And then driving myself crazy and being the toxic person in that situation, I drove that person out the way. And
mm,
so once I drove him out the way, it was just okay, now I'm self-loathing, I'm sitting back, I'm judging myself,
mm,
thinking back on the relationship like, oh, you did this wrong. Oh, I should have been doing this, I should have been doing that. But and the actual reality of it is like, I had to grow, I had to learn, and I wasn't going to do that while babysitting someone else's ego or while dealing with someone else's problems and not thinking of myself first. I think that's really what
woo.
the big issue for a lot of people is. A lot of us don't recognize how to get out of our own way.
Oh,
Yes.
Shelly. Teach. Teach the people. Teach the people. Yes. Yes. A lot of us don't know how to get out of our own way. Dear God. That's it. Because it really be, when you really think about it, it be you. It be you. If you really sit back and think, well, it be you. Shirley, thank you so much. I want you to hang out backstage, okay?
All righty.
All right. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up Queenie here. I see you, C, and I see you. Is it Tanya? I see you, Tonya. Tony. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. You can correct me when I pull you up here, child. Hey, sisters.
Hello.
We are sisters. We stand together. We I forget the lyrics. Now what? What is it?
I just want you to know that you're killing it. That's all. For people who don't know you,
Yeah.
to experience this type of wisdom is a blessing. Uh,
Mm.
Tonight has reminded me a lot of the why I want people who are in these kinds of situations not to get lost in trying to figure out why all of these things happen, pointing to what you did as
Yes.
any other person. That's how you stay stuck and be the Agnes, coming
Yeah.
from Agnes. Please do not be an Agnes. Being in the Agnes energy is trying to pull up all of the reasons as to where this started. Don't worry about where it started.
Mm.
Don't worry about where it started, because as far as looking at the other person and what they did, look at how you got into this.
So you're saying don't be trying to figure out the origins of this person. You need to figure out yours.
The origin of yourself.
Origin of self. Yes.
When going to accountability, it is you. It is you. 9 times out of 10, the reason you attracted this relationship in the first place is because of childhood wounds and childhood trauma you have yet to address. If you do not address your childhood traumas, your relationships will force you to. They will
That's
become the mirrors and the halls of those things to make you release it. And you will
come on, the
continue
mirrors. Wait a minute. Did you say the mirrors and the halls?
the mirrors and the halls.
Mm.
And be careful of the I'll never be like insert a specific name. Any your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your whatever, because 9 times out of 10, those are who you're mirroring. Those relationships
Woo.
are the root of the problem. It is not the other person. They are just the representative of the dominant negative thought patterns and the things you've told yourself. I'll never be. I never want to go through this again. You're going to go through it again because you refuse to acknowledge what happened. If you don't acknowledge what happened,
Yes.
you don't address it, you don't take ownership over it, you don't get the help that you need to fix yourself, these other people will
Yeah.
force you. It's going to,
Period.
you have to face it. The scarcity principle, can you please break it down for me?
Yes. 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 The scarcity principle is the fear, which is an illusion, that what it is that you want, that is running out, or there is not enough of it. So, for instance, as it pertains to good relationships or a person, for instance, people will stay in a relationship with somebody because of their own self-worth level and that fear of, man, you know, I never thought that I would be in a relationship with someone that's this attractive, or someone that has this much status, and I don't think I will ever run into this relationship again. And so, because you think that time, because this happens with time, time is running out. You looking at your age, you like, I ain't married yet. I had the house and the kids. Stuff is running out. So their scarcity is this concept, this belief that there is not enough, and or stuff is running out. So that is the reason why we attach and we latch and we hold on to things for dear life, because we think that we'll never get another relationship again. You know, we'll never get another proposal again. You think we'll never have these opportunities again. So we got to say yes, and it's not the truth. It's not the truth. So that's what the scarcity principle is.
Very
Does that make
funny.
sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, can you break down the concept of worth? Because you touched on it, and like
Mm-hmm.
how you get caught up in feeling now. Oh, you know what? Actually, scratch that question, because the more important one is there is something that I've realized that I'm working through.
Uh-huh.
Um Going off of your past experiences, you not thinking that this new thing can happen because it's never been before. If you scan through all of the files of what's been done before, you
Right.
can't see anything other than what has been, because your brain is not programmed for new stuff. It's programmed for the old. So how do you empower yourself
Yeah.
to attract better experiences?
Right. 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 So I love the fact that you use the term to program. How do you program yourself? You program yourself. That's what you have to do, because your brain, those of us who are in the Patreon, y'all know this. And if y'all not in the Patreon, you better get over there to the
Get,
Patreon.
get there
Jack,
fast.
drop the links to the Patreon, please. You have to program yourself. We have our conscious mind and we have our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind is responsible for all of those thoughts that we don't know that we're thinking, for all of those judgments we are making to the person on the person that we don't really know. Like for instance, the person is not the height of your dad or of your uncles that you adored. And so off top, you're not interested, but you're not consciously thinking about that. So your subconscious mind is responsible for all of those thoughts that you are not actively thinking about. Your conscious mind, though, directly influences your subconscious. That's when we talk about the car, right? When it's like, when I get a new car, it's not because I start seeing these cars everywhere, not because everybody and their mama was like, oh, Darcell got this car. So because Darcell got this car, I need to run and get that car. That's not what it's about. What it's about is that you have told yourself this information is important. Okay. So because you told yourself this information is important, then that is what stays in your brain. So you have to, that's when the affirmations come in, because your brain is designed to for only survival mode. Your brain is designed to only be caught up in fear. That's it, because your brain is trying to keep you safe. But being safe doesn't always equate to being loved, because your brain will keep you safe by saying, listen, don't ever leave this house ever again, ever, because you can't be harmed, you know? And so that's really what it's about. Affirmations, reprogramming consciously. That's where the spirit comes in, because your mind is based off of those patterns and everything that you experienced in the past. But the spirit come in. Your spirituality comes in because your intuition is higher, than your intuition sees further than your mind sees. Your intuition comes from forth the spirit that is in everything and all things, that knows the past, the present, and the future as well. Ain't that what Dr. Facilier said? The cards. The cards, the cards. So your intuition sees all of that. So you do your affirmations. If you know you have an issue with trusting people, there's billions of affirmations to say to yourself about trust. It's about your daily spiritual practice, and you got to reprogram. It's exactly it. We spent most of our lives, 20, 30, 40 years of our lives, thinking one frame of thought. So you can't do affirmations one day and not be consistent. You can't do affirmations one day and expect for all the stuff to be changed in a whole new world. You can't do that. So you turn that around by reprogramming, by doing your affirmations, by consciously making choices to not entertain people that elicit these behaviors you're trying to get away from, by making those day-to-day, moment-by-moment choices. That's how you change it. And it takes time, but it takes consistency. You ain't got to spend 7 hours of affirmations a day, but you need to spend a consistent 5.
Mm-hmm.
because you have to program yourself that you are important. You got to teach yourself that you matter, because most of us in these relationships, and Tanya in the background, honey, hold on, I'm gonna bring you up. I'm gonna bring you up. Okay. Um, you have to keep telling yourself that you have to keep the consistency, because most of us have lived a life that was about people pleasing to be safe.
Mm-hmm. To be safe.
To be safe. And we get locked in that, but you are not 12 years old in that household of abusive people anymore. You are now 7 years old and unable to defend yourself. At this point, especially you in Texas, everybody can get the Glock. Everybody can get the Glock
But
at this
it's
point.
safe.
But that is what that trauma and that thinking, that fear does. It pulls you back and leaves you locked and stuck in the past, and you can't see in the future. This is something else psychologically, y'all. The reasons why we're able to create new thoughts and new paths of thinking is based upon the neurons in our brain. Do you know that new experiences, new things that you learn, creates new neurons that causes you to be able to think differently? That's why the anti-energy wants you to refrain from people. The anti-energy wants you to shut down so you don't open up your mouth and end up learning something new. Because when you learn that there's a way out, honey, when Dorothy came down to Oz and told the scarecrow, you got legs, what's going on here? Came up there and told the lion, you definitely have courage. Told the tin man, you got a heart. All of a sudden, wait a minute, that's new information.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're able to grow and function and flow. But it takes that. So that's why you should never shut down. You need to open up and learn and read and get your books. That's why I was saying people got them dusty books in the corner that they ain't read, and they still sitting up there saying they stuck and trapped. Y'all in there sneezing and coughing right now because the books have collected dust. And so learning new things, tapping into new things, reading new things, talking to people, sparking up a conversation, listening to stuff like this. Somebody's going to say something new that you didn't think about or realize, and that's going to create that new pathway from a physical level. From a spiritual level, that's another energy. That's that new energy. That's what we do with our affirmation. Now, wait a minute. I've never said that I am worthy before. That's new information. New pathway,
Mm-hmm.
and the new thoughts are able to function. Let me get Tanya up here
All right.
so she can tell me how to say her name correctly, because I've been messing it up. Hey, honey, how you say your name?
You did good. It's
I
Tanya.
did good.
Tanya. But
Tanya.
Tanya.
Tanya, gotcha.
Huh? But you picked on my screen name, Buki. I'm not
Oh,
calling.
I was like, Bookie, come on, Bookie.
I am Southern, so I am a big country.
I
But
love
what I
it.
want to say is, where was all of this 20 years ago? Uh,
Uh
because all I can say is you have touched on everything that is so toxic to relationships. Uh, I went into a marriage with the mindset of I don't need to be in this marriage. But
oh.
the age that I was 32.
Mm,
At 32, everybody feels like you should be married by now. You should be settling down by now.
yes.
And so I went into this marriage knowing, having stop signs, road signs, roadblocks, whatever you want to call it, everything was there. So I
Right.
think you need to learn, we need to learn to pay more attention to our intuitions and
Yes.
not just look for the love glossy phased, because relationships, love is the basis, but love isn't about being happy all the time. There's work in love. And if you
Mm,
already feel these stop signs,
warning signs, if they've shown you these things, like you said, if there's a sign on the gate that says beware of
The
dogs,
dogs.
do not open the gate preparing to be safe to walk in.
Yes.
Go get bit.
Yes. And then be like, take the dog out. The dog need to be put
Dog
down.
come from? Where did this dog come? But yes, and shadow work. Um,
Hmm.
I like I said, I'm 52, so it's still not too late for me. And I'm
Mm-mm.
finding my true self, my higher self, and my affirmations and my worth, because putting yourself in those type of relationships will strip you of your worth, your identity, your purpose.
Yes.
It's just, you are doing an amazing job, and I just want to commend you on what you're doing.
Thank you.
I'm going to get a reading from you. I just got to sign up for it. Okay.
Okay. Come on, sign up.
All right. Bless you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you, Miss Tanya. I love that. I dropped the link, y'all. So if anybody else wants to hop up, honey, she has spoken. She has spoken. That is so true, y'all. It doesn't matter what age you are. It is never too late to get free. Never. It is never too late to find peace. It's never too late. Never too late, y'all. It's never too late. You just have to choose it. It is a choice now. It is a choice, and it is a daily choice until you get used to choosing you. Hell, they were. They was used to, and that's why they didn't want to let you go either. Because a lot of the people, look here, I'm telling y'all, hurt people hurt people. A lot of the people were, oh gosh, they hadn't been chosen in their life. And then they find someone who would choose them over their own selves and keep choosing them no matter what they did over and over again. If they've never have someone care about them to that point, do you think they're going to let you go that easy? No. That's not what they're going to do, honey. They're going to hope that you stay. They're going to keep playing the mind games so you can stay. Let me add Jax. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Jax. The legendary, the one and only, top-notch security. Jax.
That's what
What's
I
up,
wanted to say.
Jax?
Nothing. Can you put me as a moderator?
Oh, okay.
That was
Jax,
it. That's
that
all.
was it, Jax.
Yep.
Okay, hold on. Let me make you a moderator right now.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
You can take me down now.
Okay, I take you down. Okay. Jax, hold up. Yes. Anybody else? Anybody else want to come up here? Let me make Jax a moderator. I'm gonna put the link down here. Anybody else want to join? Anybody else want to join? I gotta go here in the chat here. Jax, add moderator. Jax said, listen, I'm just gonna tell you what I need, and that's it. One thing about Jax, Jax is a very clear communicator. Okay, Jax, I made you a moderator. Okay. Anybody else gonna join? Anybody else gonna join and talk about what they picked up from the class? Yes, no, maybe so. Fine then. I didn't want y'all to come up here anyway. Then I did not want y'all to come up here anyway. All right, y'all. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off of here. Okay. I want y'all to know that y'all need to stay. Go in peace. Stay in peace. Okay. Don't be afraid of the truth. Stop letting people dim your light. Even you, stop unplugging your light. Stop trying to dim your light in the presence of others. Cut that out. If you know anything about me, the reason why I have y'all drop the light bulb is because I am what? I am the owner, the light leader, honey, of the Inner Light Spa and the Inner Lighthouse, which is the Patreon community where we have class every Thursday. So y'all want to join that Patreon? You want to join the Patreon? Okay. And the scripture, and this is the only time I'll use one, but the scripture that was the basis of the foundation of my entire spiritual journey is John 1:5. Light shines in the darkness, and darkness does not overcome it. Hear me well. Light shines in the darkness, and darkness does not overcome it. Peace, 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 peace. I will see y'all later. Y'all better hit the subscribe since y'all on here. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all.